going into it, Aston Villa could be top of the table should they beat Sheffield United tonight. But as things stand, it is Arsenal who have that 1 point advantage over Liverpool. How are you feeling about this game at Anfield tomorrow?
It doesn't matter where they are in the table, one and two. This fixture's always a great tie, and over the years we've been treated to some great games and a lot of goals. I'm hoping, I'm expecting it's going to be the same. I don't think we're going to see a team sit back like we did at Man United and just sit there for the draw. You would see Arsenal and wanting to win this game. So it's going to be a lot more open, a lot more chances for both teams.
Mm.
And the quality on show, like you said, it should be one of the games of the season.
Jermaine, I was at the game last season, as you rightly said there, I mean, the start Arsenal had last season was so good that it really did silence the crowd. And it was only where Xhaka made a really bad tackle and the crowd really got behind it and they scored that suddenly the atmosphere changed completely in the stadium. And the second half, it was all Liverpool towards the end. It was like how Ramsdale was man of the match for me in the Arsenal goal. So I think they've got to start the same, but they've got to learn from last season. You know, don't concede in certain areas of the game where it gives the opposition a chance. And I see that at West Ham, that happened for Arsenal's point of view. So hopefully, you know, they've learned a few lessons from last season and they could be a little bit more better seeing games out and that's seeing games out until half time and probably at the end of the games.
Yeah, I think Arsenal have come on a long way since then, Ray. I think they've learned their lesson. I think they've got a lot more experience in these situations now. You know, they've added some great players like Declan Rice as well. And I think one of their main game plans going into the game the weekend is keep the atmosphere down, keep the quiet, keep the fans at bay. Don't give them any excuse to get behind the team. And we've seen Jurgen Klopp come out and say that we need the fans more than ever. They're going to need to get behind and give that proper Anfield atmosphere to really give Liverpool a great shot at this.
Jermaine, I'm just looking at both sides, Liverpool and Arsenal, and I really do believe, I think Arsenal were playing better than the last season. They haven't really hit top form yet, if I'm being honest. And I think Liverpool the same. I watched them against Palace a couple of weeks ago, and they really struggled for me. But they got the result, which is so important. Man City are dropping points, so it's a really weird league this year where no one is going on and saying, look, we're going to get a good run going and go clear.
No, I totally agree. Liverpool and Arsenal have not been at the best, but getting results, and that's what it's all about, getting those 3 points. If you can play average and get the win, then you're doing a great job. It's like the big teams, they're saving their energy just for the last leg. They're just, taking it easy. Then once the Christmas period's over, we might start seeing Man City again like we have done over the past how many years when they're going a 12, 10, 15 game winning streak. But no, the teams know they can do better, and I'm sure they're all looking at that thinking if we want to win the league, we can't keep trying to win games in the 90th minute. We've got to put the game to bed.
You mentioned Jurgen Klopp sort of have that rallying call to the fans and how much they're needed tomorrow at Anfield. Does that indicate to you, do you think, that Jurgen Klopp already sees this game as pivotal?
Yeah, it's a massive game because it's not only to get one over Arsenal is a great achievement, but to potentially go back then above Arsenal to top of the league, it's going to send little waves down the league and to the opponents as well. And it could start derailing Arsenal after a defeat, however it is. So it's a massive game without a shadow of a doubt. You don't want to keep dropping points to the teams above you at this stage of the tournament. So he's going to need every single player on their best performance, energy. He's going to need the fans right behind him to give them that 12th man, which is so important in football. Once that crowd gets up and gives you that little energy burst and want to run a little further, it's so important.
Yeah. It's going to be intriguing. We are hopeful it won't be like the Liverpool-Man United game, and it will be a bit more spicy and a bit more exciting. Jermaine, thank you for being with us
Jermaine.
this morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, mate.
It is a huge game. Liverpool haven't lost to Arsenal at Anfield for over 10 years in the Premier League. You've got to go back to September 2012 for the last time Arsenal won at Anfield. But this, of course, is a different Arsenal side now. There is as you pointed out before, Rayla, there's just something about this Arsenal team. There's a connection now once again, and this would be a huge marker for them to lay if they were to claim the huge scalp at Anfield. So we look forward to it, and it's a 5:30 kickoff, so we'll keep you regularly updated on that with our game day phone in. Now, don't forget, talkSPORT is your place to be for live football over the Christmas period. We bring you live and exclusive commentary tonight of Aston Villa versus Sheffield United before that big game between West Ham and Manchester United tomorrow lunchtime. Then tomorrow at 3 over on talkSPORT 2, we're bringing you live and exclusive commentary of Luton versus Newcastle. That one not on UK television, so you'll be able to hear that one with us. And then talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT app are the only ways to hear all 10 Premier League commentaries on the 26th to 27th and 28th of December. So make sure you stick with us this Christmas.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.